Yeah, we good. Are we good? Are we good? Monkey, put your head down. Wait, no, it should be up there.
See if we're live or not.
Alright, going to go check party chat. We good? We good. We good, bro. I'll start us off from the tower.
All right.
Why? If he dies in the first episode, I'll allow this.
What? What's happening? What's going on?
Guy Garner.
Oh. Oh, sure.
He dies in the first episode. Yeah, sure, you can do anything.
That'd be funny.
Except he's not buff enough.
Yeah. But there was also, like, I'm hesitant to say anyone isn't going to be buff enough because I've seen Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Where Chris Pratt existed.
Where it's like, man, there ain't no way. What'd you do?
Right, exactly. So I'm like,
What did you do?
I'm going to hold judgment and instead say he would have to bulk up a lot.
He would have to do a full Rock.
Yes.
Like he'd have to get as buff as the Rock.
Yeah.
I think Guy Gardner is cheesy enough and a dumb enough hero
Sure.
that I think you could get. I would rather they get a professional wrestler to do it.
Sure. No, absolutely. I'd be all for that.
Because that's the only way you're going to get that level of mass
Right.
and cheesiness.
Yeah.
Just built right in.
Yeah. I can see it. I can dig it.
Still waiting for the Rock's acting to, get up somewhere.
It's decent.
It's not good.
It's decent.
Decent is not good. How was this mac and cheese? It was decent. I'd eat it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't choose it. But I wouldn't say no.
Right.
That's the Rock's acting.
Sure.
It wouldn't be your first pick.
Right.
But you won't say no.
That's correct.
He's got that name power.
That is accurate.
See, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I know what's going down.
It's going down, 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 going down,
I swear I have not been on a Panic at the Disco Fall Out Boy kick. And nothing else.
Please leave all overcoats, canes, and top hats with the doorman.
That one we probably shouldn't do.
Is there anything bad in that song?
Not word specific.
Okay, I was just saying, because, like, Panic at the Disco, I'm always trying to, like, be mindful of that, alright, this could have some bad stuff in it.
I'm pretty sure all of their songs have something
Sure.
that if you put it together is not kosher.
Alright. Alright, that's fair.
But the words themselves,
Are fine until you understand the meaning.
except for like two.
Context.
Yes, the context of the songs is not family appropriate.
Okay.
The words themselves are family appropriate. Except for a couple times.
Sure.
Where he just straight out says it.
Yep.
And it's like, alright, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, though. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick delay check.
Alright.
So... where can I do a delay check? Alright, I'm gonna wait for it to be there in the stream. That gives me time to post it places. Now you got it stuck in my head. Yeah, sure. If you want to do a screamo version of it, that's fine.
Look how it sounds.
All right, let's not because the audio would be awful. All right, and jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-second delay essentially.
Alrighty.
So that's much better than our normal hour.
Right. Yep.
Oh god, could you imagine an hour-long delay?
That would be rough.
Would there be any point to streaming at that point?
Not so much.
No, there would be no real point to streaming.
Right.
Oh yeah, I have these things that I can buy.
Yeah, alright. Gunsmith.
Gunsmith.
Come to me, Gunsmith. I have presents for you. And by that,
Presents?
I mean you have presents for me.
I
Which I will intend, and then return them to you later.
Right. Alright.
Okay.
There is a chunk of spice from the fries. It's currently stuck in my throat, and every time I breathe, I can feel that spice.
Hasno!
It wasn't spicy spice, but it's that weird spice of just like, I'm going to annoy you. Hi, so
Hola!
dealing with some spice issues. I wish we could do a double stream
Okay.
where people could choose who
they wanted to watch.
viewpoint they wanted to watch.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
what's going on your screen is much more entertaining than my screen.
Is it?
If Poodle's Ingram video is anything to go by, yes.
Sure.
All right, so you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
All right, well, you're the one who starts these things.
Welcome, everyone,
You are the one who starts these.
to another exciting Channel of Holding live stream. I am Monkey,
I'm Cody.
and today we are back on Destiny for our off-topic show. Cody, would you mind telling the audience what our off-topic show is?
So our off-topic show is a show where we talk about something, but then we go off-topic almost immediately because squirrel?
It was a squirrel.
It was a squirrel.
It was a squirrel. Confirmed.
So basically, we will go off topic quite frequently throughout the show, and we will somehow get back to topic or not topic. And our topic, well, recently starting, we pick a topic the week before,
Yep.
and then we choose this week to discuss it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's those shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we're going to be playing some Destiny.
Yep. What are we gonna play in Destiny? Are we gonna do strikes? Are we gonna do Crucible? You know, something we actually enjoy now?
Well,
Or are we just gonna jump around the tower for 2 hours?
I still have gone through 80 strange coins, or 83 of coins, and have not got a Tarantella yet. So I still want a Tarantella.
So
Whether we do strikes or Crucible doesn't matter to me.
Alright. Those at home. Hi, Poodle.
Hi, Pola!
Snow. Poodle. You two decide.
Yeah.
Crucible or strikes?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because Monkey wants that Tarantella.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want a Tarantella.
No?
No.
But Tarantellas are cool.
Alright, so this is another thing over the next 2 hours.
Okay.
I want us to decide.
Yes.
Do we keep Unispace Rhino,
Okay.
or do we remove Unispace Rhino now that we have a new setup?
Sure.
Which is the old setup, but the new setup.
Alright. That's fair.
Poodle says Crucible.
Okay.
Snow, what do you say?
Yeah.
You are the deciding vote. I mean, actually, you're potentially the deciding vote or the tie. In which case, I might cry. And I only said that because I wanted to rhyme.
Rhyming. Poodle said a thing.
Of course you did. That's how I got my exotic engram for my however you spell a chess piece. Tarantella.
See.
Tarantella.
Las Tarantella. Las? La. La Tarantella?
La Tarantella.
La Tarantella.
Not El Tarantella.
No. Tarantella is a feminine word.
Yep. It is also a feminine chess piece.
See. Yep.
Okay.
The character, my hunter, is basically supposed to be a common rider character, which, I mean, Japan, androgynous. It all
Yeah.
works together.
Are all of your characters male or female?
I have 2 characters,
Yep.
and they're both currently male.
Okay.
So,
I was curious
sure.
because there was a big thing on the internet,
Right.
which means nobody cared except for like 5 people really intently
Right.
on the pros and cons of male characters playing or male people playing female characters
Okay.
and female people playing male characters.
Okay.
And if it was a big deal, if it wasn't a big deal, what does it say about the other person?
Sure.
The big consensus is everyone's dumb
Yeah.
because they have their own opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
That's what it came down to.
Yep.
on the internet.
That's basically it. So far, our feedback has been Crucible, so let's go hit
Yep.
up Crucible. And, yeah.
I would love to, but it takes half a year
to go to orbit.
to go to orbit when you're in a
Right.
party because it's like, oh no, 8 seconds. It's dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be that,
It's pretty funny.
but it is that because
Yeah.
it's dumb.
Mm-hmm. How's everyone doing today?
Yeah, what's everybody up to? How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jordan can't join us because he's shopping with his wife.
Well, Jordan, if you ever watch this,
Probably not.
probably not. Okay.
He don't love us. But if you ever do watch this,
Mm-hmm.
you being a good husband.
Yeah.
You keep that up.
Mm-hmm. You do that.
You do that thing.
Yeah.
All right,
What you
monkey.
gonna do? Mm-hmm.
Scout rifle, pulse rifle, auto rifle, hand cannon.
Let's go pulse rifle.
All right. Do I have a pulse rifle? Yes, I have one. It's like, wait. Before I ask this question, I should probably see if I have one.
That's funny. Yes. What Crucible type are we gonna be playing? All right. That sounds like a great choice.
I don't even know.
What are the mechanics of that Crucible game type? How did you
well-
pronounce it? Was it?
It was...
All right. Okay.
What? Dang it. They changed it
You can't go to
in a
Rumble.
patch.
Oh.
Can't even do the weekly. Can't even do the weekly.
Nope.
Well, there went my grand plan to get legendary marks.
So my vote would be Controller Rift.
My vote is for Controller Rift. How about we alternate?
Okay, sounds
All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, catch a tiger by his tail, blah, 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 that one. I wasn't even on the thing
good.
anymore.
No, you weren't.
I thought I was doing well. Anthony's here.
Oh, hello, Anthony.
I had to use hand cannons for bounties last night. I learned that I suck at hand cannons. And Anthony said control after we already picked.
After we're already in Rift.
Yeah.
Delays.
Hey Anthony, you want to join us? Oh wait.
Eh.
What is that? Oh, Sleeper Simulant.
Sleeper Simulant. It's
You
so
would
good.
be the one person who takes that in a Crucible.
Every time I get Sleeper Simulant, I go on a 5-kill streak. Every
Every
time
time?
every time I get heavy
Every time.
ammo, I get a 5-kill streak. It's amazing. Except for those one times when they snipe me.
Yeah.
So like 75% of the time, I get a
Bring-
5-kill streak.
75% of the time works every time.
Right, exactly. 100% of the time, 75% of the time, I get a 5-kill streak. The other times, I pick up the ammo and then I'm immediately killed by a sniper or a super or
So that
some
brings
other-
me to my first topic of discussion as soon as I take my sleeping pills.
all right.
And for those of you who know, I do not take sleeping pills as a performance enhancer for Destiny. However...
I'm trying to decide if it's appropriate to talk about it. Like, I think it's not bad. I mean, it kind of is.
What?
The snowboarder who was under investigation at the Olympics for using marijuana, and they said it was a performance-enhancing drug.
The only way that is a performance-enhancing drug is if there is a Hershey's bar at the end of the run.
Right, exactly. It's like, how did you determine that was a performance-enhancing drug?
That is not a performance-enhancing drug. However, it was dumb to do.
Right. Because it was, I think, illegal.
It was.
Yeah. Like, it's now... Marijuana is now legal in certain states.
Certain.
And, you know, you have to be above the age, all that sort of stuff.
You still have to be the right age. However, I still say don't do it.
Yeah, follow all legal restrictions if you're going to do it.
Yeah. But don't do it.
Right.
So the first thing is, Crucible's getting an update on February 7th or 9th.
Yeah.
One of the two. Whatever the date of the next Tuesday coming up is.
Right.
Where you will no longer, in threes,
Mm-hmm.
we will no longer spawn with special ammo.
Okay.
Special ammo crates will not spawn in.
Nice.
How do you feel of this?
I'm cool.
That was a riveting discussion. Thank you, Monkey.
I know. It really... So, I most of the time rely on my primary anyways.
I always rely on primary.
Like... I'm not one of those people who goes to, like, my special ammo and being like, this is my main weapon, and then I switch to primary when I need to. It's instead, I stick with my primary, and then on occasion, if I feel like it, then I go over to, or I'm in a situation like right there, I just sniped a guy because I was specifically at a place where it was advantageous for me to sit back and
We're
snipe.
playing Rift.
Uh-huh.
We are not playing Control.
No.
I totally did not just run to the other side thinking it was Control.
Oh, man. That's funny.
Yeah, so you use special ammo the way you're supposed to
Right.
in special circumstances.
Right. Yeah, that's how I use it.
I mean, that's how you're supposed to.
And when we
but-
say supposed to, that's what the designers intended.
However, what happens
Is often not that.
not that.
Right. Because there would be people, like competitive people who play the game, would argue the way you're supposed to use it is use the special primarily, like, as your main gun because it does more damage and all that stuff. But,
Because it's a one-shot kill.
right, exactly.
90% of the time.
Yeah.
Unless you're using a sidearm.
Right.
Unless... Then it's a 12-shot kill.
Right, then the whole deal about it is, like, shoot a lot of bullets.
Fill them with ammo so that they don't fill you with ammo.
Correct.
Which I guess
Exactly.
is-
Oh!
Thank you, Fusion Grenade. You know, even if my parents weren't monopolizing the TV, I couldn't record.
Uh-huh.
That,
Okay.
sure.
I think he's saying because I have the PlayStation 4.
I would care more if I found a use for
Special ammo?
special in Crucible.
Ah.
I'm taking it he does not use special very often.
I don't believe he does.
Understandably so.
Right. Like, special ammo is exceptional. And what we're talking about is there's these guns in Destiny that use a different kind of, like, ammo source than your normal guns.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's called special ammo.
right. And they are exceptionally powerful in the proper circumstances.
And by exceptionally powerful, he means they will one-shot kill something.
Right.
They're meant to be used in very special circumstances.
Yeah.
Where the special circumstance is, hey, someone is far away, I need to kill them now.
Yeah.
I need to reach out and touch somebody.
Yeah.
And
Or in the case of a shotgun,
And
hug
I
them
am-
and touch somebody.
And I am totally not Titan skating my way over there.
Sure.
I got conspiracy theoried.
Good times.
I mean, I'm totally not running out with a Fellwinter.
Sure. I
I
believe
mean, that would be the last thing I would do.
Uh-huh.
But I'll use a conspiracy theory well before I'll use Fellwinter's well before I'll use. That's not how melee works.
Sure it is.
Look how much that man had, like a ton of shield left,
Yeah.
and it burned away because solar.
Right.
But that's not. Do I have to like punch someone 4 times to kill them?
It should be 2 times, 3 times if they're a max armor titan, maybe.
Alright, well, I punched it and it did a quarter of his shield.
Was he in a super?
No.
Did he have overshield?
No.
That's weird. I don't know what to say about that.
Bungie, fix your game.
Maybe you have... No, wait, no, they haven't implemented the connection thing yet.
I do not have a bad connection, sir.
I'm just saying, you have to look at all the possible options.
The possible option is I just murdered their team.
Yay! Hooray.
I totally...
But you, Cody, I think, of the people here, and Poodle, feel free to chime in, I think you and Poodle might be the 2 people who use special ammo the most in this conversation lobby group thing. Although, unless somebody else, has difference.
Yeah, no, I use special ammo often.
Yep.
I use my primary often.
Uh-huh.
I use my heavy ammo pretty much never.
Sure.
Because my job that I take upon myself
Uh-huh.
is to sacrifice my life
Sure.
to steal their heavy.
Okay.
I do it 90% of the time.
Okay.
But that's because I use special ammo a lot because I am a close engagement person.
Right.
I get right up into people's face,
Yeah.
shoot them with a shotgun, switch to a primary, take out someone who's at medium range, switch back to a shotgun when they get close.
Yeah. Okay.
But I force myself into special situations.
Oh, Snow says she uses it all the time. Awesome. Good job, Snow.
I think she's being ironic.
Well, I don't know.
Because there were ... dots and then there was a lull.
Okay, I'm not good at reading irony. I don't know.
Especially irony through text.
Right. I think we've already established I have all of, the emotional intelligence of a potato. So...
I mean, I wasn't going to say it.
I'm not good at picking up this stuff. So, if it was sarcasm, Snow, good on you.
Oh, God!
Good job.
That's
funny.
Don't go to the rift because that man's there.
Yep.
Just run away from the rift. Or Snow doesn't know what special ammo is.
I mean...
It's something that has not really come up.
Funny jokes now. Yeah. Unless it wasn't intended to be a joke, then...
In which case, we're sorry. I don't know.
I don't know how to respond to this.
All right, Monkey.
Uh-huh.
From just the evidence given,
Okay.
there was, I use it all the time, ...
Okay.
And then LOL.
Yeah.
Would you say, just from the evidence,
Uh-huh.
that was supposed to be irony?
My first thought would not be. My first
Really?
thought would
What's
be...
your first thought?
They're literally stating a fact. I assume unless I have specific, information that tells me otherwise, I assume everyone, is stating fact. Or if it's in person, I assume everyone in person is joking. Unless they're clearly, super, super serious and crying or something. Like, my dog died by jumping off of an airplane into a... I don't know, garbage compactor. Then I would be confused. I would not know how to respond to that. Anyways, so how would you take that, Cody, given the evidence given? Anyways, so yeah. So some people said some things in chat.
Watching Monkey squirm is hilarious.
So, how are you doing, Cody? Because Monkey is a potato.
How you doing? Because Monkey is a potato. I was just trying to be part of the conversation.
Okay.
I do not shorten words. No.
Okay.
So no, if you there's no, don't try to be part of the conversation. Be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And in fact, okay, that man was Arcblade.
Nice.
I'm doing okay. I'm a little trying to figure out how to work this around because often in person I am not always joking.
Okay. All right. Well.
No, Sniper. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like a dog, I react to tone. If somebody says something with a smile or like, ha ha ha, and then they say the most horrible thing, I'll think they're joking. They could be totally telling the truth. But if they have a smile on their face, or there's a general sense of levity, I will assume it is a joke.
Oh. Then I have a question after the stream
Oh, okay.
that I do not feel should be asked on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Not because it's not appropriate,
Sure.
just because it involves people.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just thinking things through. What non-Destiny, non-channel of Holy Media got your interest today? What? Anthony.
He's trying to ask,
Anthony.
besides the stream, and besides playing Destiny,
Anthony,
what have we done?
There is nothing outside of the
That
channel.
was an amazing stick. That was so worth watching it while I was dead.
Boom. Alright, stream over. I'm out.
And there goes the control, almost hitting the mic. I really thought it was going to hit the mic there for a moment.
The problem is now it's all the way over there.
Yeah, I know.
I'll be right back.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
If it involves me, you can say it. It does not involve you. It involves one of Anthony's friends.
Okay. La 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 la. I'm going to Nova, bomb them in the face. La 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 la.
I stole the riff so that they can't have it.
Cool. I'm trying to protect you. There's a guy behind you.
I died.
Well,
Immediately.
I almost got the guy behind you who was going to kill you, and then there was an arc blade in front of you, and I couldn't do anything about that one.
So, I'm doing okay. So our discussion today
Yes.
is supposed to be, what do you do to get off tilt?
Yes. Which there is a point of clarification. What is tilt, or what does it mean to be on tilt if we're trying to get off of it?
Do you want the history of tilt, or just what tilt means in the context of Destiny?
Whatever you feel is appropriate.
Hey guys, do you want to know the history of tilt, or do you want to know just the context of Destiny? Today, probably nothing. Really?
All right.
Okay. Today,
Uh-huh.
I worked and did more training.
Okay.
Thus is my life until next Monday.
Hooray.
Another like week and day of training.
Hooray.
Alright, cool. So, in pinball, there's this thing where if you shook the pinball cabinet too much, eventually it would say tilt, and none of your controls would respond. It was due to prevent two things. One, cheating. Two, damage.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got angry, you would shake the pinball machine and you would go, and the machine would be on tilt. On tilt now means that someone is angry, they're upset to the point their performance is hindered.
Yeah.
So when someone's on tilt, it means they're angry, they're upset, they're not in a good mental place to be playing.
Correct.
Sure. There's tilt. That's
Yeah.
what tilt means and where it came from.
Awesome.
So, Monkey,
Yes.
what sets you on tilt? In Destiny.
In Destiny specifically?
Yep.
I don't know if I get on tilt in Destiny. Being thirsty, I guess?
That's it. Alright, so in life,
Okay.
what gets you on tilt?
This is going to be some of that, like, that Bible talk coming through. Alright? Alright, y'all?
Alright, it's not real talk, but Bible talk.
Bible talk.
Bible talk.
When people misrepresent like the gospel, or misrepresent Jesus, or what it is to be a Christian, or those teachings and stuff.
See?
Um,
I should have sent you to the heretical church then.
yeah, that's like the only thing that really, that, and of course self-loathing and all the sort of depression things are the only things that really actually make me mad. Or like, yeah,
Get upset that your own performance is hindered.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do? What are some techniques you use when you are on tilt to calm down? That does not include smacking people with the Bible until they get it.
Right.
And I know you would never do that. That
yeah.
was my joke.
Sure. So the first thing I normally do if I'm starting to get mad is to leave.
Okay. Removing yourself from the situation.
Just straight up not be around whatever it is that's causing me to be angry.
All right. No, that's a valuable lesson people could learn.
And like over time, try to build up like a tolerance to it. If it's something that like, say if it's just, so if somebody does something that annoys me, right?
Yeah.
Like a particular mannerism or something that I'm like, oh my gosh, would you stop smacking your lips or something, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing that bugs me more than I would like to admit.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that make me madder than Hellfire,
Sure.
and that is one of them.
All right, so when people do that, and it annoys me a little bit, like if I'm sitting at dinner or something, my option, like, it's really awkward for everyone involved if you just get up and leave. Like, just be like, guys, I'll see you tomorrow, and it's like, what happened?
I've
Right?
done that.
Okay, I mean, like, you can do that.
I
but
don't
it's-
recommend it.
Right, but it's uncomfortable for all the parties involved, right? Because you don't want to have to leave.
For my family, I don't think it is anymore because I do it so much.
Okay.
It's not a healthy, good way to go about it.
Sure.
But, yeah, so go on.
So
This is about you.
one of the things is to try to, like,
What's your favorite thing?
address the...
Address the issue?
Right, address the issue. So, like, in a polite way, preferably discreet, using the example of the person smacking their lips or something, right?
Smacky smacky.
Discreetly, try to address the issue and say, like,
Oh god, they're all there.
hey, I'm sorry, but this is really bothering me. Can you, like,
Stop.
could you please not do that?
Yeah.
And then, like, most people, honestly, are going to be sensitive enough to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that. I'll try to be mindful of that and not do that. But then there are some people that are like, oh, yeah?
Nom.
Right, exactly. And then in that case, sure, you could leave. But if it's all sort of situation where you're like, man, it would still be really awkward and I don't want to leave, like, I like the company of everyone else here and I don't want to leave, then, like, as weird as it is to say, just sort of, like, suck it up, like, because that's not really, like, an answer exactly. It's sort of over time, not necessarily in one time you have to be like, I am never going to be bothered by this again, because that's not how this works.
No.
But you can say, you know what? I am going to go for like 5 minutes more of this than I did last time, and I'm just going to, like, put it out of my mind. I'm going to focus on the other positive things and the reason why I'm here. Right? So, like,
Wow.
focus on the positive things of the activity, not on the negative of why you're, like, becoming frustrated.
All right. No, those are good techniques.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I do when I get mad.
When you get on tilt.
Mm-hmm.
I guess for you, it's really just getting mad.
Yeah. I only really have, like, two states of anger. Not angry or, like, You know,
I'm about to
maybe...
throw someone out a window.
Right, exactly. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna pray that God should bring, like...
Fire and brimstone down.
But I may be saying that's what I'm praying for. So it's for me, it's a binary thing, really.
All right.
But what about you?
Wait, okay, so strictly just on Destiny,
Sure.
because we don't need that therapy session today.
Right.
What puts me on tilt is Thorn.
And, okay, so please explain for all those who are not familiar.
Thorn is a dumb weapon that should never be put in PvP, used by people who don't understand how games work.
Okay.
That is not true. That's just how I feel. That is how I externalize Thorn.
Sure. All right.
And oh god. So Thorn is a weapon. It's a hand cannon that defiles what Bungie wanted for exotics.
Okay.
What they wanted for exotics was no exotic should ever outperform a legendary.
Sure.
However, Thorn is the only hand cannon that can 3-shot someone in the body and murder them.
Right.
That ain't right.
Right. Yeah.
So, that's a thing.
Right.
Thorn also has what is called a dot, which is damage over time.
Uh-huh.
And what that means is once you're damaged, it'll tick away at your health.
Okay.
In a game with such small health pools, that should not exist. Like, there is no reason that should ever be in Destiny.
Right.
No, Snow, you do not use a Thorn. You do not have a Thorn. You're level 12.
Right.
I love you, but you're level 12.
Right.
Soon to not be level 12.
Mm-hmm.
You'll eventually be level 40.
Yeah.
And you will have all of the funds.
Yeah.
But you do not have a Thorn. And Thorn is the only weapon that has a dot that thankfully was not brought forward into year 2.
Right.
We won't get into what that means.
Okay.
But yes. Oh god, Titan!
But it's not being modernly used.
It's not being used in competitive PvP.
Right.
In casual play, it is used quite often.
Sure.
Because people have no skill.
Right.
However, I will say, Fellwinters has actually been fixed.
Okay.
It is actually used at a distance that it should be.
Okay. That's good. That's nice.
Hi, Fist of Havoc. How you doing?
Uh-huh.
So, Thorn puts me on tilt.
Sure.
Lag puts me on tilt.
Okay.
When I'm being punished for having a good connection,
Okay.
that makes me upset.
So I know some people may not know how you could be punished for having a good connection. Would you care to elaborate on that?
I have a feeling Monkey's gonna have me elaborate on pretty much everything
It's
I
just-
say tonight.
I mean, I didn't say that. You said that.
I said I have a feeling that's what you're going to do.
Yes, you did say that.
Yes. Oh god. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I punched that man twice.
Or would you rather me elaborate? Because I think I could possibly say what this one
so
is.
what this is concerning what is called a red bar connection.
Okay.
And people who have a red bar connection generally have a really bad internet source.
Okay.
Because the world does not have perfect internet.
Right.
The world is not Japan.
Correct.
If it was, I would be ecstatic. Because I would have fiber optic cable,
Right.
wireless.
Yeah.
So Japan's just known for having super, super high quality internet. And having a red bar connection just means you have an advantage because the game is trying to keep up with you instead of everybody else. So you will tell what appears people teleporting around the map, or if you shoot them and they don't take damage, that is often from a red bar connection. Fighting that is no bueno for me.
Okay. All right.
And I feel I'm being punished because I have a good connection
Right.
that my family pays for,
Right.
and that we'll, we work for having a good internet connection.
Right. Yeah.
But because we are able to work for it, like, we are being punished because my game experience is diminished.
Right. Because somebody else's connection
Yeah.
is basically like holding you back, and not only holding you back, but also causing there to be errors and discrepancies because it's trying to sync it to a, let's say, less quality internet connection.
Yeah. So I am being punished for having quality.
Right.
And I don't think that's right.
I agree.
I'm not saying that they should be punished
Right, but
for having a bad connection, but I don't think they should be prioritized either.
correct.
Destiny-wise, those are really the only two things that currently put me on tilt. It's
Okay.
just bad connections and Thorn.
And how do you get there?
First, there's chat.
Yeah.
I will go into chat and then describe my shenanigans.
Okay.
Anthony says RNG
Sure.
and losing multiple PvP matches puts him on tilt.
Okay.
He also confirms with you there's not much that gets you going.
Right.
Do not let the sun go down on Anger Monkey.
I know.
What? Anyways.
It's a yeah.
Gremlins?
No. It's, I believe, the saying from the Bible to, like, hey, I could be wrong though, but the whole idea is don't go to bed like real angry and just be like rah, 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 I hate everything, but instead, like, try to find some resolution so you can actually have rest.
That
Even
goes
if-
into a marriage therapy thing
Yeah.
that I've told people.
Yeah.
Don't go to bed angry at each other.
Yeah.
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 No, Snow, you don't use Thorn. She'll get to level 40 and no one will play Destiny anymore.
Pretty sure.
Sorry if I ever slow things down. Snow, you may have a bad connection because Canada. However, you do not affect me negatively with your internet.
Correct. Like,
I can still hear you. You're on our side. Your internet is not as bad as the people that I am talking about.
right. Like, and it's not even always necessarily a quality issue. There are some times where, like, I have played with some people in Europe where they probably have totally fine internet for Europe. The problem is
for Europe, yes.
for Europe, the problem is that there's this distance, and then they all have to communicate with the Bungie servers,
Which are in Chicago.
right? Which makes this whole, like, complex network of things trying to talk to each other over great distances. Which, even with the amazing
Yeah.
age of technology we live in, when you can measure things in frames, which is something people do with these games, right?
Yeah.
They're able to differentiate between this frame and this frame when things happen.
Which I cannot differentiate between frames.
Right.
I can differentiate between 8 frames.
Right.
Like 8 frames later.
Right.
But not by frame.
Right.
I'm not that skilled.
But when people are focused on things so narrowly and you have such a close eye, the little discrepancies from such a great distance do manifest in the game.
So say... Alright, I won't talk in frames, I'll talk in actual distances.
Sure.
Say I'm aiming at somebody with a Nerf gun,
Right.
and to me, they are 20 feet away, which
Right.
means I need to aim at this point.
Yeah.
However, because of lag,
Mm-hmm.
they are not 20 feet away, they're actually 25 feet away.
Right.
But from my perspective, they are 20 feet away.
Right.
But because of how information travels, they're not actually there anymore.
Yeah.
And say from me to this other person, there's only like a foot difference, which isn't a horrible big deal.
Right.
But when you have me to Chicago adds a foot,
Right.
from Chicago to Europe adds 2 feet, just one way, and then you go one another way, combined that's a total of 6 feet discrepancy.
Right.
which is bad.
Which is, like, it may seem relatively small in the grand scheme of the game. It's pretty significant when you're talking about trying to do, like, pinpoint precision, when you're trying to, like, snipe, or...
And I am a scout rifle user who relies on pinpoint precision.
Right, exactly.
And man, they are working as a team.
Yeah, they are.
So what I do to get off of tilt is for one, I will walk away from a situation.
Okay.
I have no problem just walking away.
Sure.
That is a viable technique for puzzles.
Yep.
Alright, I stuck someone. What? Okay. Alright.
Maybe we're gonna see some practical application.
You might
skills
see some
in
practical
use.
application of tilt, because the PlayStation Network also gets me going.
All right.
Because the PlayStation Network is not very good.
Sure. All right.
However, the Xbox Network is amazing.
Right.
And I have far less lag situations because Xbox was thinking ahead. However, they will still throttle you at like 300 megabits per second.
I mean, which is still really solid.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't hit that.
right, exactly.
I currently max out at 120 megabits per second.
All right.
Which there's some people who are like, I would really like 40.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But like the PlayStation Network currently max out at like 80.
Okay.
Which 80 from 140 is a big difference.
Right.
Crucible destroyed my precision. Layton no, Anthony. Professor Layton never put me on tilt. It did make me question if I was intelligent or not.
That's just excuse me, I got real loud there for a moment, sorry. That's just puzzle games in general, like puzzles, like things that are specifically designed to just be like mental challenges.
Yeah.
They make everyone question.
Yeah. Like, and it was only like a 40 difficulty puzzle. It wasn't even a hard one. Shoot him.
No, I did.
Shoot him again. That's the man I stuck.
Oh,
Monkey, don't leave me.
I don't believe I have a choice in the matter.
Monkey, don't leave me.
It said I have no internet connection detected. So,
What?
I am going to try and join up again. In the meantime, good thing the streaming machine is still going strong.
Player left my fire team. No! Oh no, something's hitting the controller. Oh no! Another thing. What? Sorry, there's technical difficulties going on Monkey's screen and it has me worried.
Is the Wi-Fi still streaming on this device?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just try this again.
Alright, so we're gonna hang out in orbit and
Yeah.
I'll talk about tilt while Monkey figures this out.
It's not... no, it's this one, right?
Yeah. Let me find the Wi-Fi password.
Sure. Cannot connect to the Wi-Fi network. The password might not be correct.
Do not say that out loud.
Did you get that, guys?
Guys, did you get that?
Did you get that?
The password? Uh-huh. Huh.
That looks correct to me.
That looks correct to me. Hit okay.
I don't have Wi-Fi.
So we're kicking it old school with just one thing.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm gonna laugh when I hand you the controller.
Right. Mine's gonna start back up again?
No.
Okay.
I get Tarantella while you're playing on my
Oh
system.
my gosh. That would be the worst.
It would be. Alright, so I'm gonna try an experiment. ladies and gentlemen at home,
Okay.
I'm going to go from this controller
Uh-huh.
to this one, and it should continue streaming without issue.
Bop, 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 bop.
We're good?
I'm
We're
watching.
good?
I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm
Okay,
watching.
we're still good.
Okay,
We're good.
awesome.
We're good.
Sweet.
All right, so, Anthony says he's never been on so much tilt that he would abandon other players in a match.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, I've abandoned people. Although when I'm in a group, I will not abandon my group.
Okay.
However, being with a group of people
Mm-hmm.
who know how to, laugh and have a good time
Right.
will often keep me from going on tilt, because I'll just be laughing, and at the point I just don't even care.
Sure, sure.
So, that's the thing.
Yeah.
What's that? What's on the right of Destiny? What is that?
What is that? What was that?
Nothing. That's just pretty. It's pretty artwork. Oh,
Yeah.
Dang it.
I may have been playing that.
May have?
I may have been playing...
All right,
I may have
spoilers.
played like 12 hours of that.
Spoilers for future stuff.
Yeah.
So, the other thing I do when I go on tilt is I will think about things that make me happy,
Okay.
and I will listen to music that makes me smile.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. Currently that's Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. The other thing I would do is I will talk to people who make me smile. So I will text Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
I will text the Destiny group.
Yeah.
I will text Snow. And I will text my clan. Those are the only groups that I generally text when I am upset.
Cool.
I don't tell people I am on tilt. I will just start talking to them.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. Is it working now?
I think it's working now. I'm trying my best. I think it's working.
Oh
I think
man, this controller is so weird.
I think I'm going to try and join you in the game.
It's full.
Someone will drop. Just make somebody rage. Get somebody else on tilt.
All right, fell winter time. All right, I'm just gonna use shotgun until somebody leaves.
All right.
Oh, and fusion grenade. I will fusion shotgun people in the face.
Nice, right in the face.
I told you. Yes, no, you are generally... You're not always the first person I text, not because you're not the first person I want to text. It's just you work a lot right as I go on tilt. Although I do message you, you just don't always reply. And you're at work. You shouldn't reply.
Yes,
You are at work.
that's correct.
You totally don't message me at work. Nope.
Yeah.
That has never happened.
Right.
Don't you agree, Snow?
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Dang it, agree.
Anthony says, Monkey, you should totally play Zestiria on here because then it can be alternate universe of Valkyria Chronicles. That makes more sense in context. Trust me.
Monkey, I'm just going to get a shirt that just says context. That's all it's going to say. Context. And people are going to be like, what is your shirt about?
Context. I don't get it. Well, you would if you had
Context. I'm going to make that shirt for you.
Awesome.
And it's going to be trademark Channel of Holding. And we're going to sell it in our store.
If I get a shirt that says context, I will start wearing shirts that are like those tearaway buttons that they're designed to be like torn off.
No.
And then I will just
No.
like rip off an outer shirt to reveal a shirt under that just says context.
Context. I think I shot the shotgun guy with that I stuck also. Yep, first merchandising idea. Copyright, channel folding, context.
Context.
Any work there? Oh, yeah, at least you're online.
Yeah, I'm online, and now I'm just waiting for an empty spot to appear to show up in your game.
Really?
Buddy? Yeah.
So yeah, those are what I do to get off. One good thing I am trying to do
Sure.
to get off tilt
Yep.
is oh god, it's a 3x3 exercise.
Oh, interesting.
It's what I learned from sports psychologist Steve, who is probably the world's greatest podcast guest ever.
Right.
He's smart. He plays Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
He knows Psych really well.
Yeah.
And what it is you want to think of 3 things that you can... All right, Monkey.
Yeah.
Tell me 3 things you see in the room.
Cookie. Empty soda bottle. Light bulb.
Cookie? What freaking cookie?
There's cookies right there.
Oh, yeah, the Oreos that I keep there for a reason.
Yeah, there's cookies right there.
Yeah.
Guys, there's cookies right beneath the screen.
So
like, this whole time, I'm just looking at these cookies.
So,
like, with the-
often when I'm trying to cut back on something
Okay.
or remove something as a temptation,
Uh-huh.
I immediately put it in my field of vision and I tell myself, you don't want that.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just stick them in the butt. So, okay, whatever. So 3x3.
Tilt. Example A.
That's getting on tilt. Not there yet.
All right.
Soon. Okay, now tell me 3 things you hear.
Fan. Joysticks. I don't hear anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, it is a pretty quiet room.
Yeah. It's pretty quiet in here. Like, I can't... So if the TV was on, I would say the TV, but
TV is on.
we can't hear the TV.
That's because it's going through headphones.
Yeah.
That are right here, which are going to be retired soon.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're getting new headphones, right?
I'm ordering them tomorrow.
So you finally decided on the model?
I finally decided on a model after 4 or 5 months of research.
That's awesome. And you know what? As soon as the producers for that want to get a sponsorship deal with us, we can say their name on the channel. Or, I mean, you could just say it if you wanted to.
I mean,
Otherwise.
I could.
Yeah.
If people want to know, I'll gladly tell people.
Okay,
I
cool.
will probably do a special... I kind of miss editing
Right.
our videos.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at ways that we could put, like, proper YouTube videos up
Mm-hmm.
with, production quality. And not that we don't have production quality, just not the same level that we used to.
Right. There's a difference between streaming production quality and edited video production
Yep.
quality.
And one person was like, that's kind of why I don't want streaming to go on YouTube, because Twitch generally means, right now, quality is not... What the heck is going...
This is an
Red bar
example
connection.
Yeah, this is an example of the poor connection quality happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worse on PlayStation,
Yeah.
which is honestly one reason why I tried to get Monkey...
I would just sit
What?
down. Just sit down.
Just sit down?
Just
Alright,
sit
I'll
down.
just sit down. Yeah. Yeah. 3 of them are red bar.
Right.
Anyways. Alright, Monkey. Now, list 3 things you can feel.
Chair. Feet. Shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carpet would have worked.
Okay.
I
I can't feel the carpet. I have socks on.
You can feel the ground.
But that's not feeling the carpet.
Fine, you can... Are you telling me that through socks you can't tell the difference between carpet and hardwood floor?
Not a lot, no.
Oh.
Not-
Maybe
not-
I'm just more sensitive than I should be.
Not unless, like... I can tell if, like, there's, like, give. But if like, the floorboards have give, then I can't really tell the difference. It's basically the same to me.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a 3x3 exercise. It what it's doing is keeping you from thinking about the past
Okay.
and the future.
Yeah.
It's specifically refocusing your mind to right now,
Right.
which is when someone is going on tilt, they're thinking of what has angered them just then,
Right.
and what has a high chance of angering them again.
Right.
So a really good exercise to do is the 3x3. So, whenever you feel yourself starting to get angry, and what I'm starting to do is just list off 3 things you can see in your immediate area, 3 things you can hear,
Yeah.
and 3 things you can feel. And I don't mean internal feeling.
Like a physical sensory object.
Yes. So, like, if you can feel a draft, if you can feel your clothes, if you can feel a lanyard with your security badge on it,
Right.
anything of that is called a 3x3.
Yeah.
You're joinable. I'm joinable.
Yay!
I'm going to switch back to controllers because this one's bad.
Okay.
So you can hear us, but you won't be able to see us for like 5 seconds.
Ooh, spooky.
Alright, we're back.
We're like ghosties. So spooky. Yeah. Yeah, so spooky.
So back to Rift.
Yeah,
So-
Rift is so spooky. Go on. Sorry.
But general psych... My degree's back.
Yeah!
Just some general help if anyone feels like they're getting upset, if something's bothering them. Just try the 3x3. If that doesn't work, remove yourself from the issue.
Right.
If that doesn't work, think about a time and place where that makes you happy, and mentally put yourself there.
Yeah.
Those are some quick and easy ways to, not be angry at that particular moment.
Help, like, refocus yourself back on what you're doing, not on the anger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bam.
Feel, don't think. Feel, don't think. Use your surroundings? Sense your surroundings? It's a line from Star Wars. Feel, don't think, trust your instincts. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Got it. Nailed it.
Feel, don't think, trust your instincts. Thank you, Yoda.
I think that was Qui-Gon.
Yeah, but meh. Yes, no, you leave work. If it is bothering you, you just... I'm out. Another way is to essentially give yourself an out-of-body experience.
Where are you going with this, buddy?
So...
There's some red flags being raised right now. What's going on?
That's not a red flag.
Alright. Context for me says there's some red flags when people start to talk about out-of-body experiences. That doesn't mean it has to be bad. It just raises some
In the context that I am referring to,
Okay.
giving yourself an out-of-body experience just means if you're getting upset mentally,
Okay.
set yourself into essentially autopilot where you can continue doing what you're doing, but you're tucking away that anxiety, anger, and those emotions. You're tucking them away for a moment to be dealt with when it is appropriate to be dealt with.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Now, I was not talking about a spiritual... Or...
Right. See,
No.
most of the time when I hear out-of-body experience,
No.
that's what comes up in like my conversation. So I'm like, where's this going? What are you talking about?
No.
What are you advocating?
I'm not advocating many things other than just your instincts.
Okay, but no, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
so just that is a part of emotional intelligence is, you cannot deal with your emotions all the time,
Right.
because it's not always appropriate
And
for you to be super angry at that exact moment.
correct.
You have to be able to tuck that away, not to ignore it.
Right.
You never ignore your emotions. You just need to learn when is appropriate to deal with them.
Right. To say like, all right, I can't deal with this now, but later tonight I'm going to be off work. I'm going to have a chance to like process through this, and then it will be fine.
Where'd the guy with the...
Rift go or the ball go? I don't know.
He died.
Yep. Yeah, but no, that's a good skill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something I highly recommend and really advocate is for people to work on their emotional intelligence.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I have some things
Okay.
that I had for the group. However, they're in my notebook, and I left my notebook at work.
I see.
But I think that's a really great discussion for next week.
Sure.
Is how to work on your emotional intelligence.
Right.
Because I know one or two people who could really, I feel, would be beneficial if they increase their emotional intelligence.
Yep.
And everyone can increase their emotional intelligence.
Right.
Did you know that people with high EQ
Okay.
are...
Oh, did you see that? I got a 2-for-1 with a sniper.
Wow.
That was awesome.
If this was Xbox, you could say record that, and you could have that forever. But you know what? Now it's gone.
It's okay. I know what happened.
Did it? I didn't see it. Guys, did you see it? No.
They saw the kill feed.
That could just be a really, really fast-firing sniper rifle.
I mean, it is, but that's not the point.
I know. It was a 2-for-1. It was really awesome.
Yeah.
I've only ever gotten one of maybe 2 of those in Call of Duty.
Sure.
Where that's super easy to do.
Right.
In Destiny, that's much harder.
Yes.
Although sniping is easier in Destiny.
True.
But yet that's harder to do. Man, Destiny.
Well, it's because everyone's jumping around and moving, so there's less times when people are perfectly lined up for that shot.
There's a ton more movement ability. So, which now I have something to tell our potential guest for next week.
Okay.
I'm not going to say who.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say what. Because there's a chance that ain't nothing going to happen.
What?
So, there is a chance we may have a guest, and we're going to talk about how to increase your emotional intelligence.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Which means Monkey has something he better start researching.
Yeah. Yep.
Because, he does that for all our lessons.
Yep.
He totally does not just shoot from the hip and then tell me 5 minutes before our thing starts that he forgot to research things. That never happens.
That happened once. Since we've been streaming.
I would say that's not true.
It happened once since we've been streaming.
That's not true. That's a Nova Bomb.
Yeah.
And I've got the hammer.
It's okay, I got the kill. Don't worry.
But I threw a hammer.
No, I sniped him before your hammer got there.
Oh, you're a jerk.
Yeah.
Alright, well, so there's our discussion topic.
Sweet.
If anyone has anything they would like to talk about, anything they want to ask,
Absolutely.
feel free.
Yeah.
Until then, Monkey and I are just kind of going to hang out for the next hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless Monkey can think of something he wants to talk about.
I
I know politics are slowly going to be creeping up.
Right. So everyone, as we get closer to presidential elections, we're in the United States of America, so our presidential elections are coming up pretty soon, and so it's probably going to find its way into our conversations. We're not going to try to be super here's the rundown of all the political stuff, all the blah 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 blah, but just because it's a thing that is a big part of
both American culture and just how our country runs.
Right. It's going to come up in conversation in the following weeks and months.
Yes. It will be a thing we discuss. And Monkey and I are going to, do some other discussions on how far we want it to go, how far we're willing to let it go.
Right.
Chances are Monkey brought up a good thing.
Okay.
We want to debate things. We don't want to argue them.
Right.
And Monkey came up with the best description of a debate that he will discuss now.
So, one of the key difference between a debate and an argument is, in order to debate, you have to understand the issue, and to understand the issue, you have to be able to argue for the other side. If you can't argue like the opposing like point, then like or the opposing like side, then you don't understand where they're coming from and like what the issue is. And if you can't fully understand the issue, then
Good job.
yeah, it just doesn't. It's not a debate. It's both people like trying
Arguing
to say
their
like
point of view.
yeah, which isn't like a debate. It's two people arguing.
Specifically not a debate.
Right, exactly.
So, we will probably have some debates. I like to think of myself as a pretty understanding person.
Sure.
I can't say that for sure. Only other people could let me know if that's true or not.
Sure.
But I try to be more understanding of people's points of view.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monkey does his patented, alright, now hear me out. Even if it's something he doesn't even agree with or believe in.
Yep. No, it's true. I often will play devil's advocate. And I may have mentioned it before, but like in high school, like I had a debate background, so like that whole idea of you should be able to argue both sides of like the debate, like you should be able to argue for both sides
No, you should.
is like that's definitely like ingrained into me that like I don't like to talk about an issue or at least argue or debate about an issue unless I feel I could say both sides have merit and like I can see where they're coming from on the issue.
I was that close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we will often have debates on, like, what candidate we're going for, what candidate we're not going for.
Right.
We will probably intentionally switch on the other person
Correct.
and be like, alright, now are you for this person?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Right, exactly.
There's no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I would actually recommend for everybody to, like, understand where you're coming from and where they're coming from.
Right. And that, like, social awareness, because it's not strictly, like, just a technique for debate or, like, a criteria for debate, but honestly, like, seeing things from other people's perspectives, like, from other people's, like, point of view and, like, you know, walking in their shoes or whatever.
Guys, I cleared the way. Come on.
Like, honestly is a really useful tool for relationships and communication.
Yeah.
Like, just in general.
Please tell me you guys saw that amazing stick.
I did not. I was busy dying.
Let's just say I am wrecking face.
Nice. Awesome.
Okay. I can't believe you came in behind that guy. What?
I'm assuming you snuck up on a guy?
I have no idea. Anthony, I will say, time-sensitive messages,
Are a little rough,
they're rough on a stream.
right, given that delays.
Given delays.
We checked it before the official, like, go ahead, and we're sitting at around, like, a 13, 14-second stream, or delay, rather. So, we kind of don't...
Yo, Philip, oh my gosh!
Phil, what's up?
Phil, it's been forever, bro.
Yeah, so good to have you back, Phil. How's it been, man? What you been up to?
I just killed a man with Minor Multi-Tool,
Nice.
and he had the last word. And we were 3 feet from each other.
That's awesome. Good job.
Anytime I can do that, I'm a happy person.
Mm-hmm.
It's hammer time!
Yeah.
Oh, snipers. When you were Spark Runner. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I came up behind a bunch of people.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
If I was using my Hunter on Xbox, I'd be much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we need to decide, do we retire Unispace Rhino? Or does he sit there forever?
My thought is to retire Unispace Rhino.
That is my thought as well.
Unispace Rhino has been a great run.
Yep.
It's been fun having him.
Yep.
But as we've made this bigger transition into our new style of Destiny streaming for Thursdays,
Yep.
I think it's time to, like with Toy Story 3, to give him to the place and let them burn him in a fire.
That's not how that movie ends.
That's all I remember about the movie.
That's not anywhere.
I have not seen that movie. I've seen like 10 minutes of the movie. What I thought was the end, where they all die in a fire.
Do you really think Disney... Okay, yeah, they would. Okay.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah. That was a bad analogy there. Alright. I've been up to literally nothing for the past few weeks except Splatoon.
Woo,
That
Splatoon!
game has consumed my life. I've heard many, many good things about Splatoon.
I have also heard many, many good things about Splatoon.
And I'm sure one day it'll be talked about again on the channel.
Probably. It seems like a fun time, so...
No, it looks really fun. I really like the mechanic.
Yeah.
I feel bad for it
Okay.
because it's on the Wii U.
Yes.
And I feel bad for it because it was modded in Minecraft 100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, spawn locations, map, mechanic, weapons,
Right.
DLC, everything was put into Minecraft.
Right.
And that's no bueno.
No.
However, I'm
No
excited for the
bueno.
NX.
The NX.
That is Nintendo's next console.
Right,
It will
right.
probably not be called the NX, and it better not be called Wii anything. Nintendo.
Phil, since I know you happen to have a Wii U,
And we have a Wii U.
have you happened to play Xenoblade Chronicles yet? Xenoblade Chronicles X, specifically.
Yes.
Because I have been digging that game.
Yes, Anthony. Splatoon was straight up modded into Minecraft 100%.
Right.
After this match, I will grab the YouTube video for you to watch.
Awesome.
I won't post it, but I'll send it to you.
Right. Because again, reminder,
We don't allow links because YouTube does not allow links.
yeah, no links in the chat.
Links have an all or nothing thing with YouTube, and they don't like that.
Yep. Cool, cool.
He hasn't, but he wants to.
Awesome. If you like JRPGs, or you like that action RPG kind of feel, it's super fun, especially if you're into giant robots and mechs and like giant creatures and stuff.
If you love specifically monkey tastes and nothing but monkey tastes, it'll be the game of the year for you forever.
I think Phil and I, though, have pretty similar taste on what we like.
Pretty sure you guys have the.
We talked about 40K one time.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure that means we're the same person.
So how some people believe that Snoke is the dark side incarnation of Vader.
Am I the dark side version of Philip?
I wasn't gonna say it. You said it. You said it.
Philip, apparently I am the dark side of you. So, you know.
Also, it's been 50 seconds, and I'm at 600 and something odd points.
Nice. That's impressive.
You need to step up your game, boy.
Every time I get somewhere, they're already dead.
Step up your game.
All right, I'll step up.
Also,
That had
using
Channing Tatum.
what? Step up,
Step Up. There's a movie that had Channing Tatum. And I don't remember the girl's name.
dude. He's in like everything.
Yes.
He's in a lot of movies.
He's in a lot of things.
He was in a movie that I'm not entirely sure I should say the name of for about a hot second. And then his head exploded.
Spoilers.
They don't know what movie. They don't know.
Now they're just going to start looking through every movie he's been in and be like, all right, one of these movies.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
What movie would have the guts to cast Channing Tatum and only have him in the movie for 3 minutes and then have him no longer able to be in the movie?
I think I know just the one.
The one director who would willingly do that.
He'd be like, guys, it's fine.
What's wrong? Oh, so you saw... You are the dark side version of him? Yes, Phil, we no.
It was an absolutely not family-friendly movie, so we will not endorse it or encourage it on this channel. But for those who are old enough...
Just, like, Nova Bomb a teen?
Yeah. For those who are old enough and discerning enough to identify
As an adult?
what they are comfortable with as an adult, then yes, I saw it and I enjoyed it.
I saw it. I enjoyed 90% of it.
Okay. But I am also a huge fan of that director, and so, like...
I enjoy most of his stuff.
Okay.
I do not enjoy very specific aspects of his movies.
Sure, that is understandable.
Because even the guys who made Acura are like, dude, bro, no.
Sure.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Although I do want to watch Princess Mononoke. Again.
Cool. I've never actually seen... The only Studio Ghibli film I've seen is Grave of the Fireflies.
Some of it has to do with leprosy.
Grave of the Fireflies?
No.
Oh.
Princess Mononoke.
Oh, interesting. That's an interesting topic, because you don't really hear that talked about much.
No, it is not. I think you would find aspects of the themes interesting.
Cool. Nice.
I almost said I thought you would enjoy it, but then it's like, wait, let me remember this movie. You would find themes interesting.
All right.
Monkey is totally a fanboy. Yeah, you're a fanboy.
Yeah, it's true.
I think the first 10 minutes were too slow, but I love the rest of it. I did not think the first 10 minutes were too slow, but that's just because... Alright, we're going to talk about it for the next 5 minutes in very vague terms, and then we're not going to talk about it again.
Okay.
I thought the first 10 minutes were a good way of preparing for what's going to happen.
Sure.
It was also... I describe it as a love letter to old-style westerns.
Sure.
Which are very slow. And,
yes. Yeah.
One in particular I can't stand anymore.
Okay.
Because it was a ripoff of another movie.
Is it Star Wars?
No, it's not Star Wars.
Okay.
No, I believe it's... I think it's Rio Bravo that did it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, Rio Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
It was based off a movie that John Wayne saw and said, this is the most un-American thing ever. I'm gonna make it better.
Okay.
It was also filmed very poorly. Everything is like this really strange blue hue because they're like, we're going to use a blue fill light for everything.
Sure.
And then we're going to outline everybody in weird colors.
Sure.
Which, you don't really notice until, you study fill lights and background lights and foreground lights.
Right.
Which I do not recommend people learn about lighting of things unless you really want to get nerdy about films.
Correct. Because once you start focusing on how they film things and all the little details and techniques going on, it can take you out of, like, that cinematic, like, innocence of just watching a movie.
Yep.
And enjoying it.
It'll take that away from you. You will no longer be naive.
Correct.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Yep.
You've also seen Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, I have seen Kiki. I don't think I've watched it all the way through, but I've definitely seen parts of it.
So once you learn how films are made, you get a better appreciation when films are done well.
Right. Yes, that is correct.
What's up, bro? Who else wants to try and take C?
Oh, he's right. I've also seen Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I think I've seen all of that one, actually.
All right, no, I know you've seen a couple.
Because the thing is, I've seen bits and pieces of a lot of Miyazaki films, but I think I've only seen Howl's Moving Castle and Grave of the Fireflies all the way through.
All right, most of his movies, I personally don't think you would find super enjoyable.
Sure.
Just because they don't have that appeal that I think appeals to the monkey.
Right. Do you think Philip would like it?
That's a good metric.
If Philip would like it, I'll probably like it. Because Philip and I, we're bros.
Hey, Philip, how do you feel about Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke? I mean, those are the big ones.
Right.
How do you feel about those? We're gonna start asking Phil for any movie recommendations.
Right. If you're like, would Monkey like this? I'll ask Phil.
Phil,
Yeah.
you are my monkey analog.
See.
Because you two have weird tastes. And by weird taste, I mean very unique tastes for you.
We have particular things we like.
And I have very particular things I like about very particular things.
Right.
Like, a lot of people would be like, any $20 headphones will work.
Right.
Not for me. It took me 4 months to find a pair of headphones.
Right.
And I've been wanting to get some new ones for like 2 years.
That's cool. You know what you're about, and you're like embracing it, and that's cool.
Oh, I got the cycle.
Nice.
Which is get a kill with like everything.
Awesome.
I think it's a melee, grenade, heavy, primary, special.
Jordan's up in here.
Crucible, what? Sure.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, feel free to join us.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We currently, because of our random setup, we can't hear people.
Correct.
But
But the audience, they could hear you.
so don't
Sometimes. Yeah.
swear. Or Jordan, I will ban you
Right.
from everything.
Oh, yeah.
I put on headphones,
Uh-huh.
so in case Jordan joins us,
Yeah, yeah.
he'll be able to, communicate with at least one of us.
Sure. I'm following. Okay. There he is.
Inseeker.
Yay!
There you go. Oh, but he's not in a party.
Tisk.
My party is not private. So you can join it, Jordan. You can join it.
See.
And if Monkey wants to talk to him, there are headphones over there.
Headphones.
I kind of figured that's what would happen.
They're all the way over there, man. All the
I
way
got
over
up to
there.
get a controller that I threw.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but those are like perfect headphone holders.
They are. They're awesome. They're perfect. That's exactly where they should be. Jordan?
Yeah, I can
What
hear
do
you.
Oh, okay.
Go get 'em.
Okay.
It's only for like 35 minutes anyways. Which actually, now after I've said that, I know for you is like less of a reason to grab them. But yeah.
Awesome.
There you go. Now you should be able to hear Jordan also.
Hooray.
I believe that's either Jordan talking to Monkey like he's a baby, or Jordan talking to a baby like it's a baby. You can't quite tell which what.
Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, you're a good boy. Is that how you talk to babies? How do people talk to babies?
Not like a... Actually, yeah, kind of like a dog.
Kind of like a dog?
Kind of like a dog.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Yeah. I mean, I've played fetch with my niece for like a year.
Awesome.
From like the entire age she was 3, she would run up, hand me the ball, I'd throw the ball, she'd run, grab the ball, bring me back the ball, and I would just sit there and go throw.
Nice.
And then her little sister would be like, "That looks fun." So now there's 2 babies just playing fetch.
That's funny.
I mean, I would never play fetch with a human. Fetch the headphones.
Hey now. You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play.
So, Jordan, I have a question for you. What puts you on tilt in Destiny? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jordan. As someone who has played with you in both a raid and in PvP, I have seen you go on tilt, my friend. There were words left and right. Alright, what specifically about the Crucible makes you a little salty? And if anybody else out there would like to join us, feel free.
Mm-hmm. I got a 2-for-1 this last game.
And now Jordan goes on tilt on his own team member. Yeah. Understandable. I'm gonna transfer over a sniper rifle real quick.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
Wait, what'd you get?
320 Iron Banner gloves from a package.
Whatever. I don't care. Honestly, though, like this last Iron Banner, I was like, you know what? I give up.
My new goal is to hit 320 without ever doing the raid.
It's my goal. I mean, that's my daily goal.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh yeah, Crimson doubles. There's a chance of 320 Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I need a Crimson double partner.
Yeah.
It's 2-on-2, and when you die, you get a massive buff.
I'm gonna die. I'm alone and I'm scared.
No, Monkey, you're not alone. We are there to die with you.
I don't know if that was meant to be encouraging. But
it's meant to be whatever it was meant to be.
Okay.
You will never know.
Okay. I believe you.
I'm just gathering some stuff before I...
Just look over at the screen. Gallahorn. Like, wait a minute.
Don't talk about Gallahorn. It's fine.
Wait
It's
a
fine.
minute.
Nobody uses Gallahorn. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
I am totally
Hey,
not about
there's
to
like
switch
3
out
snipers
for
in there. Do not go.
Gallahorn.
Jordan, do not let the Riftman go in. I hate.
No. Alright, let's do Last Extremity, 1,000 Yard, or LDR, and Gallahorn.
Awesome.
I am the year 1.
Be the year 1.
Except for, Last Extremity.
Sure.
I'm gonna try and snipe. See how it goes. I'm not a sniper, just so you guys know.
Jordan, they're following me. They're following me, Jordan. It's okay. I'm alive, so that's what matters. Oh, no, I'm dead.
I promise I did not just quick scope that man.
Okay.
No one on stream can verify if I did or not, because they're totally not paying attention.
Yep. La, 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 la.
I would like... I don't know if I want that or not.
Want what or not?
6 people on one stream.
That would be awesome.
I mean, it would be awesome. At the same time, like, having to have a conversation would be difficult.
Just everyone has to learn to communicate and not speak over anyone else.
Have you seen our group?
I'm just saying it would work then.
It would. So I figure what will probably happen is we'll probably get Leslie in here.
Okay.
We'll probably get Snow in here.
Yeah.
We already have a Jordan.
Yep.
You heard me.
Yeah.
So we need to find a 6. We don't have a 6.
Oh yeah.
No. Although we would have to get Snow up to level 40 to do a raid.
For sure.
Which is the goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you smell what the rock's cooking?
That man had like no health.
It's okay.
And he self-resed.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is it though?
It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I
think it's okay.
do not believe anything you're saying right now.
I've played League of Legends. I can justify almost anything as being worth it.
Of course you can.
Yep. That's one of the common jokes of the community in League of Legends is like, alright, you did something horrible, but can you find some reason to qualify it was worth it? Yeah, I got that one minion that was slightly larger than the other minions and gave me like 10 more gold. Totally worth giving up a kill.
League is a weird place.
Totally worth.
Yeah, no. League is I have a love-hate with League.
Sure. I understand, like it's definitely not for everyone.
Like the game I think is fine.
Yeah.
The community is not.
Sure.
They're not known for being friendly people.
No, they're not.
Whereas, that is actually very different than the Destiny community.
Ooh dear.
I didn't know we were from Minnesota.
Oh yeah. There's another Sunbreaker around there. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be me.
No. There's another one. It's okay, Cody. I saved you.
Thank you.
Yep, saved your life. Man. Oh, is anyone excited for Finding Dory? I haven't seen Finding Nemo in a long time. But
I thought you were about to say you haven't seen Finding Nemo.
No. Whoa. Guys. Guys, come on. I've seen some movies.
Alright, Anthony said something. He said, okay. Hey, you play League too?
All
he
right.
really is. Alright,
yeah.
so that... Oh, dang it.
What'd you do?
Nothing,
Cody?
Nothing. So Phil plays League 2.
Uh-huh.
He mains Teemo because I'm a horrible human being.
That's why I play Teemo. I don't always play Teemo, but when I do, it's because I'm a horrible human being.
Just move in together. Cody equals hero, Monkey equals Lancer, Jordan equals the big guy, Snow equals the heart. Who's the smart guy? What the heck is he talking about?
Oh, so he's talking about the tropes, like the 5-man band, so like to compare it to the Power Rangers, right?
Yeah.
He's basically comparing us to the Power Rangers.
I'm okay with this.
And comparing us to like who is what. He's saying you're the Red Ranger.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm the Yellow Ranger. Jordan's the Black Ranger. Snow's the Pink Ranger. And he's wondering who's the Blue Ranger.
Oh, we don't have a Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
We do not have a Blue Ranger. Wait, why do I have to be the hero leader person?
Because I'm the Yellow Ranger, apparently. It's okay. In the original Japanese for Mighty Morphin, Yellow was played by a dude, so it's okay.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Just don't think about it too hard.
Why would I think about it? No, there's been other yellow...
It's true. Ninja
Yellow
Storm
Rangers.
had a male Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
He had the power of Earth and stuff.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. It's just funny that... Because Mighty Morphin is what everyone, like, most commonly
Associates
thinks
it
of.
with,
yeah.
Lancer?
Yeah, so, like...
I don't get that.
I mean, alright. So, each of these is, like... okay, across all 5-man teams, and not, like, as a strict rule, but as a trope. So, like, a tendency.
Yeah.
of 5-man teams in things
Yeah.
tends to have, you've got your leader hero character, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Then you've got like your Lancer, who is like the
I don't know what role that is.
that's like the person who I think, well, actually the yellow could be the big guy of the Mighty Morphin team. But the Lancer is like the sometimes the rival, oftentimes someone who like is maybe a little questionable.
That was not Trini.
Right, so that's why I'm like, maybe Yellow's the big guy of the team, like the muscle.
That was Trini.
Alright, so that means Jordan's the Yellow Ranger.
Zach was often, like, he would rival against some people.
Okay,
Like,
so...
he did not always see eye to eye.
Alright, so then maybe that would make me the Black Ranger. And then Jordan the Yellow Ranger.
I can see Jordan as a yellow
Snow's
ranger.
still the Pink Ranger, of course.
I didn't say that.
Anthony did.
I know.
I thought that was obvious.
Yeah.
Is that not obvious?
I'm not saying I disagree with it either.
And then, who's our Blue Ranger? Who's our smart guy?
Who is
Or
our
smart person?
guy?
Doesn't have to be a guy, just smart person.
Who's the smart one?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because like the other person who would most likely be on our like team that would play together would be Leslie, and
Leslie is intelligent, but she's not the smart person.
she is the only person in our group who is actively pursuing a master's degree.
I'm actively pursuing it in that I'm trying to raise money for one.
She is actively enrolled in a master's program. Is what I need to say.
In business.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'm not saying that she isn't smart, and that the business degree does not mean for not smart people.
Whoa!
But
That's kind of what it sounds like you're saying.
I'm just saying it's not a degree in theoretical physics.
Okay. I mean that is true.
Welcome to every
Channel
time I
11.
talk,
Where awkward things are said.
because I just don't care. I care about the person, but I mean, not all masters are created equal.
Snow says she was in the process of applying, but stopped.
See, I remember that. I also was in the process of applying, but then stopped because
okay.
money.
That is a very legitimate concern. Like,
Yep.
And a degree is not an indicator of intelligence.
No, it is not.
It's absolutely not. But I was just trying to shoehorn Leslie into like. I'm like, well, who else do we know?
No.
That could try to be the smart person.
No.
Like
I
that
do
role
not
in the
want to
team.
shoehorn anyone into a role.
Okay.
If they do not fit the role, there is another role that they can apply to.
The other option is Leslie's our Green Ranger. Do you want Leslie to be our Green Ranger? Or do you want her to be our Blue Ranger?
Why can't she just be another ranger?
No, that's not how this works.
I've seen it. I've seen more Power Rangers episodes. There were reunions where there were more than one color ranger. It's true. We do not have a Green Ranger.
Unless Leslie's the Green Ranger.
We do not have a Green Ranger.
Okay.
She's the Zordon.
Alright.
She's a very good support person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snow is the Pink Ranger.
Does Snow not like the color pink or something?
I will let Snow speak for herself.
Snow,
on how she feels about being
Are
Pink
you
Ranger.
are you cool with being the Pink Ranger?
Yeah. Snow, are you the Pink Ranger? And Philip's in high school.
Okay. Philip. What?
There was a Blue Ranger who was in high school in a series that I did not enjoy. No, he was in high school. He was in... Alright, the actor was in high school.
Are you talking about the kid that like got like transformed into like an adult body?
Maybe.
Yeah, that was from Turbo.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did not like Turbo.
Philip, you can be our Blue Ranger.
Philip's the Blue Ranger.
Philip's the Blue Ranger. You're our smart guy, Philip.
Alright, we're going to Control now, because Rift is not my favorite.
See, Snow says why not?
Yeah, see? There we
Yeah.
go.
See, Snow's our Pink Ranger.
Snow is the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
That's what you'll be for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony is intelligent.
Yeah, he could be our Blue Ranger.
He is probably the nerdiest one of all of us.
But I think he was specifically looking for who was on our Destiny team.
We don't have enough people for a full Power Ranger team.
Right. Also, he said some stuff that I can't read all the way from over here.
Of course he did. Monkey covered most of it, but just to clarify, yes, the Lancer is the rival, who is the counterpoint to the leader hero. I put Cody as the hero because he's the sane, responsible one. I'm the sane, responsible one because I don't want to be the insane, responsible one. And who do you want to put as the hero? The one who doesn't want to be a hero. I hate you, comic books. He does a lot of the work. Monkey is very much the opposite. Hi, guys. In the aspect of which one of us does the most work for the channel,
It's you. This guy.
yeah.
This guy's the guy who makes it happen.
And when we first did trials, there was a debate of who should be the leader, and I pretty much just said we're going left.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Dang it!
Ah.
I want to be the hero.
It's okay. Luffy from One Piece doesn't want to be either. Because then he'd have to share food with people. He wants all the food for himself.
Really?
So in his mind, a hero shares food with other people and stuff. And he's like, no, I just want to eat all the food.
Like Toriko.
Yeah. It's like,
But Toriko happily shares food.
right. Luffy's like, no, I want all of the food.
That's his motivation.
So that's why he's like, I'll never be a hero. I'm okay being a pirate, but I'm never going to be a hero because I just want all the food.
Luffy's dumb.
Luffy's awesome.
That's just saying that awesome can't also not be dumb.
He is very intelligent. He has very good kinesthetic intelligence.
Yes.
He understands his body and motion mechanics very well.
Yes.
He may have some critical thinking skills that could be better developed.
Toriko is in Tales of Hysteria.
Yeah, Toriko.
Like actual Toriko or the voice actor who plays Toriko?
The voice actor, but he sounds exactly like Toriko.
That's because that's what voice actors do.
He sounds exactly like Toriko. He goes and he's like, oh, like, hey, you're not strong enough to handle this giant beast thing. And then he's all like...
3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Yeah, that sounds like Toriko.
Yep.
Payback! If I see a man with a shotgun, what do? Stick him in the face with a grenade.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess we should probably use, like teamwork or something.
I don't know. I just got 4 out of... No, I just got like 5 kills with my sniper, so I'm good.
Well, you missed the one person who snuck up behind everybody.
I missed the one person, but I got everyone else.
Well, you missed the one person that could actually, hinder us from taking B.
Yeah.
So I hope you're pleased with your performance.
Also, if anyone hasn't played Tales of Hysteria, it is not a perfect game, but
There's no such thing.
I quite enjoy it. Like, I can see flaws, but I do certainly enjoy it, for whatever that's worth.
And as far as I know from right now, besides ruining Jordan's Sniper Day, what? Nope, not now, boy! Is that our next Endless series is going to be Tales of Hysteria.
Correct. Yep. That is accurate.
Jordan, you see that guy? You missed that guy. You missed that guy, too. Luffy's actually pretty bright. He just chooses not to let little things like the impossible and the invincible stop him from having fun.
Yeah.
He was crouched. So I adjusted too much and body shot him. whereas he shot me in the face.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if you let the impossible stop you, you're just not trying.
Right. Do the impossible. See the invisible. Row.
Fight the power.
If anyone is not a fan of Gurren Lagann...
This is the wrong channel.
Right. Because we enjoy us some Gurren Lagann over here.
I believe someone just sniped a guy that I just stole their kill.
That's entirely possible.
Twice.
I just got an assist. What did you do, Cody?
I shot 2 guys in the face.
Alright. Oh, I heard a hammer. Was that you?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
Sure?
Oh, that man's a genius. I'm running.
What happened?
So one guy went golden gun.
Uh-huh.
I went hammer behind the guy that did golden gun.
Right.
We went in there as a team.
Uh-huh.
And then the fun police showed up.
Oh, no, not the fun police.
Yep. I got suppressed by the Defender Titan.
Oh.
And it was just like, that's cute. One grenade, we both just stopped. Because I was like mid Titan skate, and all of a sudden I was no longer Titan skating. Don't believe in me. Believe in the me that believes in you, says Philip.
Yes, Philip. Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you and Philip are basically just the same person.
Philip, one day you will grow a magnificent beard if you don't have one yet. Trust me, we're the same person. I'm you from the future. I'm you from the future, Philip.
Yes, that's what we want to give people.
You'll have a magnificent beard one day, believe me.
Yep.
It will be glorious.
Just let it happen.
Yep.
Just let it happen.
And then you'll be able to put jingle bells in it. And it'll be awesome.
And you'll annoy someone, but it'll be worth it.
And your teachers will think it's awesome.
Well, some of the teachers.
My teachers actually thought it was pretty cool.
Okay.
Like, even the more, like, reserved ones were like, that's awesome. Like, what was his name? The sociology professor.
Dude, he thinks everything's awesome.
No, but that one. Yes, but that doesn't mean it's not awesome. Just because people can like things doesn't mean they're wrong.
I'm not saying it was wrong.
You're discrediting that he likes it because you say he thinks everything's awesome.
No, but you were trying to give an example of a more conservative teacher, but then you gave an example
of a not conservative.
Of a not conservative teacher. So I was busting you on that.
Stallman liked it. Stallman is
really?
One of the... Yeah, he was like, nice.
Stallman doesn't like anything.
I know, but he liked Jingle Bells in My Beard.
Wow.
Phil, if you want to impress your teachers in college, grow a beard and then put Jingle Bells in it.
Yep.
It worked for me.
We know you are capable of a magnificent beard.
Right.
You just gotta, be yourself and let it happen.
Yeah.
Because you gotta, bro, fight the power.
Bro, fight the power. Bro, fight the power.
Yeah! Please don't encourage Monkey. Have y'all seen One Punch Man?
Yes! One Punch Man is the best!
We will not be discussing One Punch Man.
Oh.
That's not family friendly!
It's not?
No.
Oh. Huh.
That is... Why would you think One Punch Man is family friendly?
Because I think later stuff in Guts is family friendly.
Nothing in Guts is family friendly.
Okay.
Literally nothing.
Alright. Okay.
How could you think...
I should not be allowed to decide things that children watch.
Why do you think I'm the one that sits here and says nope?
See, that's a good idea. We have a good system in place.
I tell you no.
Exactly. Because otherwise, the things that will happen...
is not family friendly.
Right.
Which, I have received some pushback on that.
Okay.
Some people not thrilled.
About stuff being family friendly?
Yes.
Okay.
That I was talking about on a Reddit post how, people were just talking about, different channels, and I was like, yeah, like, different channels do different things. Like, I, for one, we have a no swearing policy because we're family friendly, and that received a lot of pushback.
Huh. That's interesting.
because they thought that one person was like, "That's censorship." I'm like, "That's not what censorship is."
Censorship is somebody else saying you can't swear. Because...
That's like
Because
you
the
have
government.
sworn, and now someone is coming in to both edit you
Mhm.
and punish you.
Right. This is us saying we don't want to put out that content. That's a different thing.
Yeah. What about Moomin Rider?
Ubin Rider? That doesn't sound familiar to me.
That doesn't sound familiar. And Anthony is fine with being the Blue Ranger.
Okay, cool. Nice. Well, I mean, Blue Ranger's pretty cool. He's got a spear. At least the Mighty Morphin one had a spear.
Mighty Morphin had a spear. Some other
Triceratops
ones,
theme stuff.
Yep.
So
which is actually not called a Triceratops.
that's what they called in the show. I mean, it's not the modern scientific
That's what
designation.
everybody called it, and then we learned later, oh, that's not what that is.
Right.
And I mean, you can't blame past people for not knowing something when it's new information.
Right. Exactly. Like, yeah, that'd be silly.
Yeah, so I absolutely do not blame them for. Did you see that kill feed?
No. Well, I saw the kill feed. I didn't see you do it though.
I shot the man you were about to kill
Nice.
in the head with a sniper rifle.
Awesome.
I took your kill again.
That's cool.
I enjoy that a lot.
Not gonna say I forgot Jordan was here, but I may have possibly forgotten that Jordan, you were here.
The salt level's down.
Your volume low. Oh, the salt level's low. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Because remember, his thing that makes him salty is Crucible.
Yeah.
Which is why he posted in chat, come play Crucible with me.
Yep. Seems legit.
Jordan, if you know that Crucible makes you angry, why would you say, come play Crucible with me?
Philip, I now know what you're talking about. It just, when I heard Moomin Rider, I was thinking of like some weird parody of Kamen Rider, which I don't remember if that's what he is or not, but yeah.
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 Alright, so we're going to go to the tower, because we
Okay.
have 5 minutes and we can't play a game in 5 minutes.
Correct.
And they took away the ability to go into Rumble
With a party.
with a party.
Yep.
Before you could go in with 3,
Mm-hmm.
but then someone probably complained too much.
Yeah.
You know, between the 3 of us, we all have a legendary chest engram.
That's cool.
I mean, it's completely worthless to all of us, but
Unless it turns into a Tarantella, then I'll be happy. It's possible.
it's not gonna do it.
It's unlikely. Oh my gosh. Jordan, first you're not talking, then you're telling me you have the thing I want.
Hey, monkey,
Uh-huh.
he has your precious.
Precious.
Just saying.
The precious. The precious. No.
No, because we're not gonna have time.
Yeah.
I will say, we will end the stream
Mm-hmm.
with a farewell to Unispace right now.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
So after this, I'll go to the menu and we will have some last words.
I want the Imperial March played at my funeral.
Interesting. Because I wanted the heroic theme to be played at mine.
That's cool.
Again, this demonstrates how Monkey and I, we love the exact same things
Uh-huh.
for completely different reasons. Hey, look, it's something useless. Who'd have thought?
Hey look, armor that I'll never use. Bye bye. La, 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 la.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the menu.
Okay.
Alright.
I got an exotic primary.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, when did I get that?
A couple games ago.
Let me just get rid of something.
Dude, just put it in the vault.
I don't have space in my vault.
How do you not have space?
I have literally filled up my entire vault and my inventory.
What is wrong
And I don't have space for anything anymore.
What is wrong with you? Clean out your vault.
Can't.
Why?
My inventory is full. I can't take stuff out of the vault into my inventory.
So get rid of one thing.
I want it all.
Get rid of the Monte Carlo.
I want the Monte Carlo. It's a 310.
Okay. Alright, so does anyone have any last words? Wait, I can't do that. I have to get all that stuff off of him first. So next week will be the beginning of the farewell.
Awesome.
So we'll have one last stream with Unispace Rhino, then no more Unispace Rhino.
Sounds good.
Hero/Lancer.
Cool.
Alright, everybody. So, you got anything to say for the next 2 minutes? Or should we just call it there?
I think we've done what we're going to do, so.
Alright, we'll call it there. Alright,
Yeah.
so we hope you guys enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be back on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
for story time.
Yeah.
And then Monday for Endless, Tuesday for Star Wars, Thursday for this.
Yeah.
But if you just want more Destiny, we'll be back next Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully with a guest.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see.